Good morning, dreamers. It is December 20th, 2023. This is episode 21 of the Green Comedy PaulCast. I hope you're all doing well. I hope your journey is turning out well, that you are having great experiences, that you're going for your dreams. Yesterday was kind of a non-eventful day for me. I've been in this weird sleeping schedule funk for about 3 weeks, actually. From the time that I started this podcast, I got all excited and ambitious when I started doing this podcast, and I just did a ton of work, and I didn't go to bed until like 6 o'clock the next morning, and then I had work early that morning, and so I've kind of turned into this like nocturnal sleeping schedule that I can just not seem to reverse. It's actually rather brutal. I'm getting really tired of it. So I've been managing my day job while also pretty much staying up all night, every night for the last 3 weeks. And I've tried again to like get back on a little bit more of a normal sleeping schedule. I'm more nocturnal naturally. I've always been a late person. I've never been able to go to bed at any reasonable hour in my life. How I roll, but yeah, this is starting to get really, really annoying. So yesterday was a slow day for me, but I just think that happens. I think, at least in my mind, I get this idea of like, okay, I'm going to set these goals every single day. I'm going to be doing X, Y, and Z. I'm going to exercise this much. I'm going to write this much. I'm going to diet this much. And, I do the best I can at that. I think what I've learned from failing quite regularly at keeping any sort of consistent habit, positive habit or goal, is to not let misdemeanors turn into felonies. It's like if you have the diet and the diet is whatever it is, I'm not going to have any sugar for X amount of time, or I'm cutting out carbs. We can go down the list. We all know there's so many different diets. We don't even need to dive into that. But whatever the diet is, I think that there is this sort of propensity to, when a slip-up happens, when you're not at your best, when that unexpected thing happens, somebody sends you an unexpected gift bag that has that Hershey's bar in it that you weren't anticipating, and you're going, it's a free Hershey's bar. How am I supposed to say no to this? Lord, show me how to say no to this. Little Hamilton for you. And what I'm learning is, if you choose to just eat the Hershey's bar or take a bite of it or whatever, just don't let that turn into, well, my goal was to go a month without sugar. I'm 8 days in and now I've had a little bite of sugar. Everything's off. And then just falling back down to ground zero of doing nothing at all. Instead, I've tried to adapt this as I'm just going, okay, I had a little Hershey's bar, no big deal. Let's just get right back on track. Like just a minor deviation instead of this sort of all or nothing. I have to be all success or all failure all the time. And honestly, I used to operate a little bit like that. I've had a number of dietary attempts at giving up sugar, more specifically soda. I have a pretty formidable soda addiction. That's my crack cocaine. Is I can drink Dr. Pepper nonstop all day, every day, and it is so destructive to my body. And I can feel it. I feel horrible. I get headaches. I get into diarrhea. I can't sleep. I mean, everything is thrown off when I drink that much soda. I'm dehydrated because I don't drink as much water. And So throughout my life, I've had these spats of like, man, I gotta get off the sauce here. I have gotta really start taking my health more seriously. And so then I'll set some sort of audacious, I'm never gonna have soda again goal. And then what used to happen is, again, it would hit me when I wouldn't expect it, And next thing I know, just a little sip, never hurt anybody. And then next thing I know, that little misdemeanor just turns into, well, obviously I didn't stick with my goal. So my current dietary goal is, I call it, I'm just doing no deliberate sugar is what I call it, for 6 days. And then I give myself one cheat day on the weekend. And, that works out pretty good. And at the same time, there has been a couple of times where I'm just going, whatever it was, I'm just feeling like having that dessert. Fine. I just have it, and then I just let it go, and then I just keep having no sugar. As opposed to, I had that one piece of cake when I wasn't supposed to. Now all is lost, and back to drinking 1,000 gallons of soda every day. So I think that is what I am sort of adapting into now, is this idea of, don't let the diet be a prison, let the bad diet be the prison. Treat the unhealthy, whatever the unhealthy habit is, let that be the prison. Don't turn the good habit into some sort of dictatorship prison that is unforgiving and merciless, because I'm learning that sort of pass-fail, all-in or all-out mentality, it just doesn't really work long-term, at least not for me. Since I've adapted more of a, no, I'm committed to this goal, and I've turned down plenty of opportunities for breaking that diet. So it's, is it better to keep the diet 90% of the time, or 85% of the time, or 0% of the time? So I'm just thinking of it more in terms of that, and just giving myself a break for the 15% and going, yeah, that 85% actually leaves me off so much better than the 0% that I was doing before I started trying. And I think that's across the board on any sort of goal with your dream, as an entrepreneur, if you have an artistic goal, if it has to do with writing or performing or creating content, or if, it's a business goal in terms of, well, I got to start this business. And anybody who's done that, there actually is no end. There is no checkbox. It's just all things all the time, and just trying to navigate what portion of all things all the time am I going to try to bite off today, in hopes of an eventual outcome, while also detaching from the outcome. It's a real interesting mind. I'm going to say mind F, because I don't think YouTube allows me to drop F-bombs. So anyway, I just look at it now as this is the long game. This isn't all things right now, big goal, big diet goal, cold turkey everything for the rest of my life. It's, can I make incremental improvements and set myself up for long-term success, as opposed to, this kind of all or nothing, I have to have all diet or no diet. And if I make one little mistake, all is lost, and it just proves to me that I wouldn't be successful anyway. Or can I just go, well, no, that was one little slip up, but my overall trajectory, my overall behavioral patterns have adjusted significantly enough to eventually warrant long-term results. And I'm just trying to be okay, okay with that, okay with myself, and give myself a little self-love and self-forgiveness. When I have a diet goal of not having any sugar for 6 days, and yet on a, Wednesday night, I, had a dessert or something, So, yeah, that's the thought. Yesterday was just a way off day. My sleeping schedule was way off. There was a lot of stuff I wanted to do. I did none of it. And I'm sort of just regrouping from this weird sleeping pattern that I'm on while still having to navigate, my job and the responsibilities that I do have. And my sleeping is all jacked up. And I'm just giving myself the grace to overcome that and to get that adjusted, while not throwing out the fact that yesterday I didn't hit my goals. I didn't get to the gym and I didn't get any writing done. And I could go, well, I set a goal to write every single day and go to the gym every single day, so I might as well give up on everything. And it's like, no, I'm not going to give up on everything. Today is a new day. I'm going to be more committed to making sure that I hit the goals today and just let yesterday's gone, so don't stop thinking of it tomorrow. All right, that is 2 musical quotes for you in this podcast, everybody. I did a little Hamilton and a little Fleetwood Mac. I got to pay some serious royalties now. So everybody, I'm with you. Keep on the goals, keep on the path. Don't let those little misdemeanors turn into felonies. Don't let a little deviation put you in that head trash that all is lost and you're worthless and you never should have tried in the first place. Just like, no, it's fine. It's fine. It was one little thing. Don't let the good habit be the prison. Let the bad habit be the cold, heartless prison that is ruining your life. And let the good habit be the benevolent, loving parent who is lovingly asking you to eat your vegetables and loves you even if, one night you don't eat the vegetables and you slip that cookie in. We're gonna learn from it, and then the next day we're gonna go back to the vegetables, and that is okay. All right, it's got very open heart self-help daily affirmations with Stuart Smalley. So that's all I got for you today, my lovelies. I hope everything is going well. Your dreams are coming true. Hope you are all preparing for the Christmas holiday. Those who celebrate it, the new year, that you're excited for the holidays and what's to come in this new year. And let's live some dreams and have some incredible experiences as we embark on whatever journey is calling to us together. So that is the Green Comedy PaulCast for December 20th, 2023, episode 21. I love you all, and let's have a great day.